Hey, it's Grace. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new, because if this is your first time, thank you for clicking on the video. In this video, I'm going to do two things. I am going to do two things that I normally don't do together. I'll be doing a currently inked video, and then right afterwards, I'm going to be doing an ink report, because we're almost 10 days in now, or 10 days left in the month. And with my trip that happened at the beginning of the month, that put me a little bit behind, so I want to catch up a little bit. I chose to use pens this month that I could travel with, obviously, because I was traveling. And I did some research into traveling with fountain pens, and this helped me a lot. Because one of the things, a couple of things, I didn't want to take one of my really good pens with me and misplace it, leave it in a taxi or on a train somewhere. But I also wanted to try out a couple of inexpensive pens I just got in, really inexpensive, seem to be working just fine. We'll see on the trip. Despite all of that, you'll see in a minute that one of them is actually, one of the currently inked is actually one of my latest acquisitions. I'm excited about that. I did not take that with me. Absolutely not. Anyway, let's get to that overhead to see currently inked and ink report. So it's a twofer today, a twofer. All right, let's go. And I haven't even started yet and already got ink on me. Anyway, first pen for this travel edition currently inked is this little cutie. I just got it in. I was faffing around on Amazon and they said, Grace, we think you'd like this pen. And they were right, because I got it. Really, so cool, so cool. I am not a fan of small pens, small as in length, but this one just caught my eye, and I love the resin that looks on it. Anyway, this is the Mahjong Wonkai Mini in Blue travel pen with an iridium fine nib. I think that's what it's called. And it's inked up in Pilot Iruzuku Konpeki, because I just got a bottle. Let's get some Pilot on opening. We'll start with just a little swatch of it over here. I like to start with a swatch with the kakimori, because just to see what it's like writing. Let's see what we do. And because this is, and I love the fact that it just screws right on the bottom, so it makes it a mini pen, but it's enough. It's just enough. Konpeki. So that's it. Some of these pens I've used up the ink in it, so I will be inking it in with my kakimori. And yeah, because September currently ink is coming so late. Alrighty, that's really beautiful. And I had it in my 6-pen case, and I wrote with 7 pens this month, and this just fits so beautifully there to get the case closed. Worked like a charm. Okay, so that's pen number 1. We'll keep that out of the way for now. The second pen is, what is the second pen? I had such fun writing with them, and of course this is the travel edition, so I took inexpensive pens with me, and this is one of the Jinhao 82s that I got, one of the 3 that I got. It is such a beautiful pen. What did I do with this one? I inked this up with Kaweco Ruby Red. I love how deep and rich this is. It's like a poppy red with just a little bit of oomph. Yeah. I'm not going to rinse that out because I'm not sure how much ink I have left here. I think this one is okay. We'll see in a minute. This is the, oh, I have definitely, it's such a beautiful wet writers. I'm finding that I like pens that write wet. I like a dry Riesling, but I like a wet ink. How about that? I love, absolutely love that color. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. See how wet that is? I hope I have enough room to do all of these. We will be okay. Okay, the next one, I actually took a second one with me, a Jinhao with me. And this is the Jinhao 82, but it's inked up in, I think it's inked up in Diamine Writer's Blood. I think this is the one that I don't know how much is left. Before I do that, let's get the bubble go away. The only thing with this, I love this Tachikawa nib holder. But the only thing is this piece is so fat that sometimes it fits in, but it gets all cloggy with the color. Anyway, look at that. There's something about this color that I'm just drawn to. Absolutely. And this is the one that might not have any ink left. And I don't want to ink it up again because I've used it halfway in August and then all of September. So this one is, you're making me a liar. You still have ink in you. Whoa. So pretty. I mean, the pens are just gorgeous anyway. Really beautiful. I must say, since I've started doing this line of color, I love when I open the book to the currently inked for the month, I love seeing all of that juice, that rich color. I love seeing that lay down of color. The next one up is this is the other small pen I have. The other only small pen I have. I don't know that I will be getting another Kaweco. This is the only one I have. I am not, you know how I keep saying if you're a fan of TWSBI or you're not. And I think this is another pen. You're either a fan of Kaweco or you're not. It's okay for me. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. This got inked up in the new ink. Let's get the new ink from the Ink Flight, last month's Ink Flight, August Ink Flight, Inkabara number 233 Giant Blue. Alrighty. Do you have anything left in you? I hope you do, actually, because I love writing with this one. And the ink is Inkabara, which I didn't know that they existed until I got this Ink Flight. Inkabara number 233, I think. It's a beautiful color. It's a tealish color. Look at it, beautifully wet. It's a nice color to write with. God, currently inks really, they really work your hands. Ha ha ha. The next one is I got this as well in the ink report, ink flight rather. This is the Ferris wheel press carousel in Tattler's teal. That's the name of the color. Not a fan of the color. It's a bit muted or yeah, muted for me. It is inked up in Pilot Iroshizuku. What is it inked up in? Pilot Irisuzuku Fuyu Shogun. And literally, I think that's all I have of it. Do I have any more of it? I don't know if I will get a writing sample of it. That's kind of interesting. So this Ferris wheel press carousel, tapper steel with a medium nib, and pilot Hiroshi Zuku, Fuyu Shogun. Now the trick is, I only have this much left. I love the light color of it, but I'll tell you in ink report that's coming up next what this was about. Oh yeah, I know why I only have this much of it. That's coming up. That's interesting. Alrighty. Next pen is, now remember I told you I got a new pen? Didn't go with me on my trip, but I got a new pen. Dun da da da. This baby. Oh, this is my first Visconti, and this is the Visconti Mythos Mirage, or Mirage Mythos, I forget which way it goes, Apollo, in a medium nib, and it's inked up in one of my new favorite inks, Diamine Ancient Copper. I recently got this one in to test my browns, test for browns that I like. Now this is reading, it's a brown, but it's definitely reading orangey brown, which I'm okay with that. And look, it's a magnetic cap. It's a magnetic cap that actually posts. I don't post my pens. So what do we have here? And it's inked up in, come on, keep going. Just an R left. There you go. Thank you. That is almost done. Alrighty, let's get a swatch of this one. That's the Ancient Copper with my new pen that didn't go on a trip. It didn't see Sweden. Okay, so I love this pen. Absolutely love this pen. And next month's currently inked, I already have a lineup for it. You may notice that there's one pen more included in this September currently inked, and it is, ta-da! This is, oh, I love this pen so much. This is, oops, this is the TWSBI, the new TWSBI special. I think it's a special edition. Maybe it's not. I don't know. This is the TWSBI indigo blue with bronze accents. Oh, be still my heart. I absolutely love this pen. So, what? So I took extra vials of ink with me on my trip, and I didn't have time to, which is why I'm doing it now. I didn't have time to record currently inked before I went, so I don't. I'm doing this now. Well, I'm gonna put on gloves for this, y'all. I took vials of ink with me, and I put them in a plastic baggie, and one of them spilled all over the place. I took 4 inks for 4 pens. These 4 pens. No, this, and then this Mahjong. And the only ink I recognize is the red one. So let's open up this puppy. I'm gonna open up it. So that is the Kaweco. Pretty sure that that's the Kaweco because that's red. And that was the only red I took with me. So I know that that's even the color at the top. I don't know if you can see the color at the top is all. Okay. So I know that that's the red. But my problem is I don't know what these are. And I label the things as well. I label them all. Wow. I think this might be the Konpeki. I mean, I'll open them up and see, but I hadn't. That's why I don't know what this is. I think it's blue velvet, but it's not writing like blue velvet. So we have that one. And then we have this one. Alrighty. And this is the one I think that spilled. Yeah, I don't, these were full because I researched that you fill your pens to the top so they don't leak when you open them up. And so I bought extra ink to make sure on the flight home that I filled the ink up. But when I went to look at them, I found this issue. Let's put you away. And I'm going to do a test and get some different paper. This is Rhodia paper. And I'm just going to test these inks to see what they are. And this one is the one that's, I think this is the one that spilled. That's the Fuyu Shogun. That's what that one is. Most definitely Fuyu Shogun. So I'm gonna put them in order somewhere so I know. Who is this? And this one kept nicely actually. It just got discolored on the outside, yeah. This should be, this is blue velvet. Okay, I did take blue velvet with me. Okay, that's diamine blue velvet. This must be the Konpeki then. Or is that the other? Oh my goodness. I don't know. Oh my gosh. All right, who are you? That's the Konpeki. Okay, my water is so murky blue. That's the Konpeki. And then this is, I did take blue velvet. Wow. I didn't think I took blue velvet with me, but I did. Okay, and we know that this is the Kaveco. Yeah. Okay, we're all good now. I need to get some more tissue. So we have, I'm going to write this down really quickly. Okay, I'm going to put this somewhere. I'm going to put them on top. So it is the blue velvet. It looks so different. I thought for sure I'd gotten something else. We can put this away. I thought for sure I'd put something else in the pen, but it's the blue velvet. Okay, let's just shake that up a bit more. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, blue velvet has a shimmer to it. A shading definitely. So blue velvet has some properties in it that need to be. Okay, so I can use this because this is my only vial. This is the only sample I have of blue velvet. Well, that was easier than I thought. Oh, look at that. I am such a fan of blues. Oh my goodness gracious, you are a beauty. This nib, oh, you can't see. Dang it. This nib is a broad nib. You can see I have so much more of that ink left that this might be transferring over to, probably the only one that would be transferring over to October. I'm so glad it wasn't as dire as I thought it would be. When I saw this baggie, I thought, oh no, my inks. but it's okay. It's okay. Alrighty. So that is currently inked for September. This is definitely on the muted, maybe? Muted? That's not the word I want. Yeah. This is on the muted side for me. Because if you see previous currently inks, I'm a bright, vibrant color person. I just love to I love color. And I think this is the most like all the colors I usually use or purchase. And yeah, anyway, let me clear this away so that I can get right to the ink report. Come back in a minute. Alrighty, let's get to the ink report. Last time you saw this notebook, only this had been filled out. Ink report for September and my ratings for each pairing. So first up is the Mahjong 1K Mini in blue. This is fast becoming one of my favorite pens to just have as a regular pen to write with. This has the iridium fine nib. Of course, it was an impulse buy, and I really enjoy writing with this pocket pen. It gives a little feedback when writing, not so much that it is irritating with the feedback, but still, I mean, it's just that's the pen. I don't, of course, it isn't heavy because, there's no weight in there. The nib is fine. The ink flows beautifully. The ink that I put with this one was the one of the ones that got messed up in that bag. What was that? That was Iroshizuki Konpeki. Good match. A really, really very good match. Thoroughly enjoyed writing with this new pen. This one definitely, most definitely gets a 9 rating. I'm in love with both of these items, the pen and the ink, and together they make a magical combination. Alrighty, second one up is my Jinhao 82. I don't know if I'll use any of these pens for October, but my goodness, when I pull this pen out to write with, I know I'm going to have a really good experience. The only thing with this pairing, and I don't know if it's this pen and its medium nib, or if it was the ink itself, but it wrote a bit dry. Let me get a sample. This was the writing in my journal. I enjoyed writing with the pen, but the ink, as you can see, it shades beautifully. So you can see there too, it shades nicely. But after a while, this is the beginning when I first started using it, and then it looks a bit less color coming out here than here. And this is the first time using it, and I hadn't used the pen, so I knew the ink wasn't running out. So I'm chalking that up to the ink. I love the color, love the ink. Just a bit dry, that's all. So my rating for this one is an 8. Still love the combination. Would I do it again? Maybe. I probably will find other inks to use in the Jinhao. The second Jinhao with the green and the cream, the yellow color. And this I put in, this was a holdover because I had ink left over from August. And in this one, I put Writer's Blood. If I had to choose, if I based it on the color that's here, on the color of the bottom here, I probably would not have chosen this ink. But I've seen samples of it being written on other videos, and I thought, oh, I need to try that. Beautiful, beautiful pairing. Absolutely. This was kind of like a match made in heaven for this pen, this nib, and this ink. The ink flowed beautifully because every time I've written with Writer's Blood in a different pen, and every time I write with it, I just fall in love with the the lay down of the color. And let's see in my, did I do any, is that? No. I don't think I did any. Oh, this is it. That. Oh, this was from August, that's why. This was just gorgeous in my transcription book. Oh, look at consistent ink flow throughout the whole thing. It didn't dry up. It didn't, the color didn't change over time. From here to here, consistent ink. And so I'm just in love with that ink. That one gets a 9 because really. Alrighty, next one is my Kaweco. My Kaweco Sport, Frosted Sport. You know what? These are 2 small pens. Small as in length. And I enjoy writing with this one more than I enjoy writing with the Kaweco. I think this will be my one and only Kaweco pen. I don't know what it is. It's probably, you know what? It's probably the same thing as the other one coming up that I'll tell you about. But it's not that I thought it was. I didn't like small pens, travel length pens. But I love this. This is paired with, where is it? Inkabara number 233 Giant Blue. This is a really, really pretty color. Did I get any writing with this one? I know I did. I just don't know where I have it. All right, this is it. Look, just beautiful shading, consistent flow. It is a good writer, this pen, and it has a medium nib, but I think it's just the Kaweco. I really think it's just I'm not enjoying the writing with the pen, and I don't usually choose it to pull it for currently inks. I've had this pen for quite a while now, and I just don't choose it. I just don't pull it out. But because this was a travel edition, currently inked, it made sense because this is the Kaweco Sports. They're fairly inexpensive. So for this one, I'm gonna go with a 6.9. I mean, really, I want to give it a 7, but it's not the ink. The ink is beautiful. It really is the pen, and this actually might be the first pen that I sell. I'm seriously considering just doing some. There are people out there who enjoy Kaweco more than me, and this would be one. Anyway, I'll make up my mind soon enough. The next pen is this one, and I think I've understand now. This is the Ferris Wheel Press Carousel in Tatler's Teal. Is that that's a crack. Oh my God, I don't know if you can pick that up. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. Right there is a crack. That's not good. Okay, another reason why not to like this pen. Sorry, Ferris Wheel Press. I did not enjoy writing with it, and I think it's because the same reason that I'm just figuring out now is because they're both the narrowness of the actual barrel. I purely enjoy. I need a little bit more heft, and I think that's why I'm not enjoying this one as much. And reason why I'm not a fan of this pen. Ferris Wheel Press, you make really good inks. Stick to the inks, people. Stick to the inks. This was inked up in. This is Pilot Iroshizuku Fuyu Shogun. It's a gray that I got in because I want to test grays. I like the ink. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see if I can find a sample. I didn't do much because of going away. I didn't do much, what did I say, transcribing this month. And see, ugh. That's how I feel about it. It's just, ugh. So I probably will not get a bottle of this one because it's just, I like it, but it's just, And then pairing it with this pen that I'm not enjoying writing with. Oh no, I don't, I just, this was okay. This was okay. And I really wanted to like both of these. I'm going with a 5. The experience of writing with it was not all of that. It just wasn't. Next pen is next pen is my newest acquisition. This is the Visconti. The Visconti Mythos Mirage Apollo in brown. Who knew that I would be getting a brown pen? Not I, said Grace. Anyway, this pen is beautiful to write with, and I paired it with Diamine Ancient Copper. And I don't know if you can see this, but I am having so much fun writing with this pairing that I've used all the sample ink. Yeah. So, such a dream to write with. The shading on this particular ink is beautiful. I think I have a sample of this one somewhere. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Is that it? Maybe that's not it. Hold on one second. Let me get the right one. Yeah, this is the one. This is in my transcription book. I love this. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the beauty of writer's blood. The full deep depth of the color shows up, and this pen really does that ink justice. It is a beautiful pairing. I love the two of them together. Absolutely just so beautiful. This is going to get this is going to be a 10 for me. I don't give out 10s. I don't give out 10s really willy-nilly. But I loved writing with these two inks, this pairing so much. This will be moving over into October because I still have, I put all the ink in, so I still have pen ink left in here. So you'll see that as part of the secondary. It'll be a follow through. And then the issue I had, remember the issue I had with these inks, that the bag of ink that one of them spilled. TWSBI Eco Indigo Blue with a bronze accent. Oh my gosh, this pen just makes me want to just sit and look at it. And the ink, Diamine Blue Velvet. And this one is a broad. I like this pairing so much. I'm not sure. I have to watch out with the TWSBI broad. This is my first TWSBI broad nib. I have to put in here, remember, I will have to remember to put in here actually a not so wet ink. This is a lot for this pen, I feel. And I enjoyed this writing experience. And we can see how that is that right there, that bit right there. I even thoroughly enjoyed writing with this pen. I just have to remember that the broad nib in this TWSBI, I'm finding is a bit more broad than the other broad nibs that I have. So I have to remember to put an ink in there that maybe is not so wet a writer. But the experience of this, this was kind of like let's put in an 8.5, because you can see it got a bit gloopy at times because of the broad nib. Maybe this is a nib that I need to have ground into something. I don't know. I've not had any of my nibs ground down. And so if you have any tips on what a broad nib can be and what I can have a nibsmith do, put them in the comments. Let me know. Give me some tips and suggestions on what to do. But this pen and this pairing, solid. Absolutely solid, really good. Totally, totally loving it. Alrighty, that's the ink report for September. I know I combined the two, and it's not something I will do going forward. But it just gets me ahead of the game with my trip that I took early this year. Okay, if you haven't yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to like this video too. If you had fun watching me do all of this in one, don't forget to do that. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.